Flosstube. How is everybody tonight? I hope you're all doing well. And okay, my dog just jumped off the recliner. I actually remembered tonight to turn down the TV so you don't hear that in the background. And then, yeah, dogs are having a ruckus in there. Sorry about that. So my name is Danielle. I'm the NV Slow Stitcher on Instagram. And I'm coming to talk to you tonight about my cross stitch and some life events. I do have two FFOs, just a tiny bit of haul, and some life updates. So let's start with the life updates. So on the 6th of September, oh my God, like I have redone this video. This is like my 4th time. So do I restart or do I just go with the bloopers? I'm going to go with the bloopers because maybe it'll help all of us realize that this is a little nerve-wracking. And it's fun, but it can be a little nerve-wracking. So let's take 2. So February 6th, my youngest son, Connor, turned 21. Definitely makes a mother feel old when that happens, I think, when they are legal to do all kinds of things now. And then on Valentine's Day, my oldest son, Denham, he proposed to his girlfriend, Brittany. If you remember in my last video, they are expecting a baby in June. I'm hoping on my birthday. That would be fun. Yeah, and then I got sick when I was supposed to video, a week or 2 ago. I got sick, and then life has just been crazy with work and town council, neighborhood watch, just all kinds of stuff, and just trying to find the oomph to get on and video when you get off work at 5:30 at night. So tonight I thought I'm going to push through and we're just going to do it. So after those life events, let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to do my FFOs. If any of you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw the pictures that I posted, I think it was 2 weeks ago. I decided to make a pillow out of my Blessing Sampler by the Camping Stitcher. I did finish it in January, so I do have a blessed needle, and then I made it into a pillow. I have quite a few mess ups on it, but for my first time, I think it's a pretty good pillow. So here's my pillow. And I did watch a couple of Vonna Pfeiffer's videos on how to make the pillow and the cording. So I started putting the pillow together, and I got pretty much done sewing it together and realized that instead of putting right side of fabric to right side of cross stitch, I did it the opposite way. So the back of my pillow is the wrong side of the fabric. So, but hopefully many people won't see the back of the pillow, but for my first time, I'm okay with it. My cording didn't come out all that wonderful, but again, for my first time, not too bad. At least I don't think so. I think it's okay. Okay, and then my next FFO, for those that are new to Flosstube, kind of go over some of the, I think they're called acronyms. So FFO stands for Fully Finished Object. I believe it's object, but fully finished is what it stands for. So my next FFO is my February calendar crate. I did show it in my last video, I believe, but I finally finished it and have it hung on my calendar crate. And this is by Stitching with the Housewives. I cross-stitched it on 14 count. I don't remember the name of the fabric, but it's 14 count fabric Flair. And I just have some cute little, these are rose lights, and then I had a bunch of hearts, so I just made a bunch of cute little pics, wrote some words on them, XOXO, hugs, kisses, love. Yeah, so that's my February calendar. Great. I need to get started on March. Definitely won't be finished to hang up the 1st of March, but nonetheless, you know, start it. Also, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw that I tried dyeing some fabric. Let me grab the other piece real quick, guys. So this is the first one that I dyed. And this one, I just used cherry red, aquamarine, and a little bit of pearl gray, and just scrunched it up in the pan and poured the mixture on there. But I forgot to rinse it before I put it in the oven. So it came out a lot darker. I kind of like it, but I'm a little nervous about, I'm a washer and ironer, so I'm a little nervous about when I decide to wash that. And this one is the same as this. I used exactly the same colors. I rinsed this one, didn't rinse that one. So difference is huge just from rinsing. And then this one is just cherry red. And I did rinse this one, but it did come out quite dark. But I love it. I think this will be a good Easter. I think this one would be good for Easter too. But a good Easter or Valentine's Day. So I've been playing with that. Hopefully I can do some more. And now we're going to jump into some WIPs. So my first WIP that I've been working on, and these aren't in any order, but my first WIP I've been working on is Red by Mirabilia. This is what she looks like. And I did get a new setup, guys. I got a pretty big ring light that holds my phone and stuff. So hopefully there's not too much glare, and hopefully I'm not too far away now. But here's Red by Mirabilia. She's beautiful. She's a little intimidating. She's a pretty big piece, and I don't think she's my biggest piece currently, but she's definitely the second biggest piece I've done. And this is where I am. I just got a little bit more of our hood done down here. And I only have a few more rows, and then I'm done with the hood. And then I need to decide if I'm going to start the cape or if I'm going to move up here and do some of her face. Kind of get that going. She is a little bit intimidating just because I haven't really done a whole lot of beading. And yeah, there's a lot of beading in there. And I don't know, do you guys, the ones that have done Mirabilias, do you do your beading as you go along, or do you wait till all the stitching's done and then put the beads on? Any tips you could give me would be greatly appreciated. And she is done on 14 count Aida. I didn't write down the color of the Aida, but I think that it is Dark Stormy Nights by Fabric Flair. All the called for colors. Trying to figure out where to put all this stuff. Okay, and then my next WIP, and WIP stands for Work in Progress for all the newbies. My next piece is Wintertime by It's So Emma. It's one of the Fat Quarter Shop's quarterly bags. So here's Wintertime. My cat's going crazy in my living room. And this one, I am doing it on 14 count Aida by Zweigart. All the called for colors. Oh, my husband just let her out of the bedroom, that's why. And I am doing this on a piece of fabric that I dyed. And I did have to change the wording. The wording Wintertime is done in white, but you weren't really able to see it very well, so I did have to change that. Not a big start, but a start. Okay, and then my next WIP, which I was really hoping to be further along on this and have it done for Valentine's Day, but that didn't happen. So the next one is Be Mine by the Camping Stitcher. I think a lot of people are doing this one right now. It's really pretty. I am doing it on 14 count minty green opalescent, I think. And I'm not using any of the called for colors just because I didn't have them. I did kind of change them. They're still pinks. And in my last video, I talked about kind of adding in some pops of purple, like these little hearts here. I thought I would do in purple. So hopefully I can get back to that here soon and kind of get that in, but that's where I'm at. And then my next WIP, I don't have a cover photo for it. I got it off of an Etsy shop, and it's a temperature chart. And I am doing it on that dark fabric that I dyed. So it's 14 count Zweigart, dyed with cherry red, aquamarine, and a little bit of pearl gray. But not very far on it. I got a lot of catch up to do since we're pretty much at the end of February, and I only have 2 days charted. I am gonna do, I thought it'd be fun to do our highs and lows. We have some pretty big swings in our temperatures, 30 degrees. So I thought that would be kind of fun. So yeah, I need to get kind of going on that one. All the called for colors too, by the way. My next project, WIP, is Poinsettia by Carol Manning. This is what it's hopefully going to end up looking like when I'm done with it. And I am doing it on Cream and Sugar by Fabric Flair. And this is where I am. So I got this block done last month, and now I'm working on this one here. My plan is to do one block a month, and then I should be done with it by September, which should be plenty of time for me to fully finish it and get it up on my wall for Christmas. So that's where I am there. I am using all the called for colors. It's been a fun stitch so far. This is actually my second time doing this one. I started it and I had 2 blocks done, and I just wasn't liking the way it was turning out. I was doing it on my, I think I said in my first video, my Lowry stand, which isn't, it's not a Lowry stand. It's this stand here that everybody wanted. That everybody has. I don't remember the name of it. I have to look and find out. But I wasn't, I'm more of a stitch in hand person, or in a hoop. So I wasn't really liking the way it was coming out. And so yeah, I restarted it. Okay, and my next WIP is this Easter Blessings. And it's in this book that I got. It's called Sample the Seasons by Gail Bussi. I think that's how you say her name, Gail Bussi. Bussi? I'm not really sure. And I started this one, I say it was last February, March. It was last year I started it. And I had it almost all completed. Hopefully I'm in frame. I can't really see here. I had everything done with the exception I still needed to do half of this egg, and then all the back stitch. So I picked it up last week and realized that I had a mistake in the purple bow. So I had to pick out the whole bow, restitch it, and then I stitched here, started the third egg, and started some back stitch. So hopefully I can concentrate on this one also a little bit more and get this done before Easter and get it up on my wall. That would be great since it's already been a year. And then my next WIP, oh, I don't know, it's all the called for colors, but I don't know the name of the fabric. It was a gifted fabric. I do know it's 14 count Aida, light blue. It's probably Zweigart, our local LNS before they shut down. I think they did a lot of Zweigart. And my next WIP is Winter Tranquility by Twin Peak Primitives. It's really pretty. And you'll remember from my last video, I am not using any of the called for colors. And this is where I am. Not huge progress, but I got this all done, stitched down here, the pine tree, and a little bit of the house. It's hard to see the edge of this roof here because it's in like an icy blue. But yeah, I changed all the colors to, it's a combination of WIPS, Dye Works, and Classic Colorworks. And I completely changing the color of the house to blue. My house is kind of like a blue-gray color. So I'm changing the color of that. And I'm changing the color of the deer and the rabbit. And I will list those below if anyone wants to know that information. It is done on 14 count Aida, Hazy Gray by Flair. I think it's Flair. I have a little card in here, but I have a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, Flair, Hazy Gray. And then my final WIP, which is also a purchase. So 2 years ago, I entered a couple of cross stitches into our county fair. My Stitching with the Housewives Valentine's Day one was one of them, and I did win first place for that one. And Stitching with the Housewives, I should go get it, but it was a patriotic one. Hello 4th of July, I think is what it's called. I don't remember for sure. And then this past year, I didn't enter anything just because I dropped the ball on it. So this year, I decided that I wanted an epic piece to put in there so I could shoot for the grand championship. So I found this pattern on Etsy. I don't have an actual physical picture that I can show you, so I'm going to try to insert it somewhere in here. And it is called, there actually is no name for it. However, I got it from the Embroidery Pattern PDF Etsy shop. And she actually looks like, I shouldn't say she, I don't know if it's she. They have quite a few really nice ones that I really kind of want to look at. But it's quite large. And I did dye the fabric because the red that I have, I didn't have enough fabric. And I didn't feel like waiting for fabric to come in to start it. So I did dye fabric. All I had was 16 count. So this is 16 count Zweigart. It was light icy blue, and I dyed it with cherry red. But this is my start so far. So not a huge start, but that right there is already almost 300 stitches. It is just about, I want to say it's 34,000 stitches. This is my biggest project I've ever done. So hopefully our county fair is in August. Hopefully I can get this done by then. But it's really pretty. Like, it's, yeah. And then I'll hang it in my bedroom because my wall, the bottom half of my walls in my bedroom is pretty much like this color, but that's my start on that. And then, so this is also one of my purchases. Another one of my purchases, which I do have a picture of it, but it's on my Kindle, and my Kindle's kind of being weird. My grandson, when he comes over, he watches some kid shows on the Kindles, and I think he has inadvertently kind of messed with it a little bit. But the other pattern I bought, because I wanted another epic piece, which this one is going to be, if there's a word for bigger than epic, that's going to be it. It's called January Wolf Moon by Sir K. A. Quill in Ink. I'll insert a picture here. I don't know how many stitches it is yet because I haven't really investigated the pattern that much. However, it is 74 pages. I think I might be working on that for many, many, many years. I think those are the only patterns that I have bought since my last Flosstube. And I just bought at our local, so we do have a different local craft store, but they cater more to like ceramics and quilting than they do cross stitch. But I did see that they did have a couple of rolls of 14 count Aida white. It's Essentials by Leisure Arts. So I thought, oh, I'm gonna get those and try to practice some more with some dyeing, get some different colors. And I don't know if you just heard that. My dog Vader just like shook in here, shook the camera, made loud noises. If you heard that, I apologize. So that's that. And I think that's everything I have for you guys. Oh, I take that back. I do have a winner. In my last video, I had a couple of giveaways to give. And the first one, it's Fairy Roses by Nora Corbett. The second one was America's Feathered Friends. I don't know how to say her name, guys. Well, I don't know how to say her last name. And then Liberty Angel by Leisure Arts. She's beautiful. And I only had one comment. I do thank you for commenting and telling me how you learned how to cross stitch or who taught you how to cross stitch. Thank you for the kind words. That was greatly appreciated. But Riva Frank's 5560. She is my winner. She's going to get all 3 patterns. So Riva, if you would reach out to me and give me your mailing address, I would appreciate that. I will have my email address in the description box for you. And then just briefly, I kind of wanted to talk about Artie, the vintage stitcher. She kind of had a comment that was a little bit hurtful for her. And I just kind of want to talk about that real quick. Like, I don't even know what to say other than let's just be kind. Like, this is tough. It may look easy to do. It may look like it's nothing big or nerve-wracking, but really it is. Like, you're sitting here in your room talking to a camera or a laptop or a phone, as I am, looking at yourself. We all have our own self-worth and self-confidence issues. So it's tough. It's tough to get on here and put ourselves out to the world, you know, for them to judge our stitching, judge our voice, judge our looks, judge our room, you know, judge how we get on here and do our videos. We're not perfect, sadly. No, I'm going to rephrase that. Not sadly, because nobody should be perfect. We all have things to learn. We all have our own little quirks and stuff. And some of the floss tubers do this as their job. You know, Artie does finishing, which her finishings are amazing. So she's going to plug them. You know, she's doing retreats. So she's going to plug them. So maybe think about your comments before you say them. Maybe think about how you would be affected if someone said something not nice to you or about you. So with that, I'm going to try to find my clicker really fast. Aha, found it. And I'm going to say good night. Oh, I didn't even say the date today, did I? Today is February 22nd, 2024. Oh, and my grandson turns 6 on Tuesday. So we're going to have a big birthday party for him. But with that, I hope you all have a wonderful 2 weeks. Hopefully it's 2 weeks and not 3. I hope you get lots of stitching time. And I hope that you find your happiness in the world. I hope that you find what makes you smile. Have a good night, guys. If I can figure out how to turn this off. Came up a little clicker. I still haven't figured it out. So I'll try again.